The studio model residency actually benefits all teachers in any content area. Collectively, teachers are able to get together and try to solve a problem of practice. And by doing so, they get together and they teach a lesson together.
During the planning stage, our PLC reviewed the curriculum and identified that the lesson involved a whole group mini lesson, small group focused reinforcement, and one-to-one conferencing. We divided these tasks and teachers worked in pairs to plan and teach their segment of the lesson. Dividing the lesson in this way gave every teacher the opportunity to both teach and observe the lesson.
And then they can discuss and debrief what went on. And that also builds confidence independently for teachers then to go on and try the practice on their own.
Okay, so I have an idea for debriefing today. If everybody has pencil and paper, we could do a 3, 2, 1. 3 things we like, 2 things that we didn't like, or 2 things that didn't go well, and then 1 question we have so we can change it for the next class.
To tell them it's okay.
Yeah, and I think that they're going in one direction and you say stop.
And so I think that's the greatest benefit. You actually remember 90% of what you teach. This type of professional development really gives teachers the opportunity to try out what they learn. And you don't typically see that in the typical PD sessions that you would attend.
I think the biggest thing about the studio residency is just working with other teachers and seeing the strategies that they use, the little hints and the way that they present things in their classroom has really made me think about different ways to do things in my own classroom.
There are actually pretty wide interpretations of how to teach the different Lucy Calkins lessons. And seeing these other teachers and their techniques has really helped me to understand that to take a lesson down a slightly different road than perhaps my colleague does, or perhaps what even the exact text of the curriculum states, is perfectly fine and sometimes can even make a lesson a little bit better.
I liked Mr. Matson's use of anchor charts and his notebook. It was this intense resource for the students. And I really appreciated that when his students got stuck, he could point to a wall and he could say, have you tried this strategy? Or he could flip to a page in his notebook and he could say, did you try this sentence starter, this strategy? And for those struggling writers that I have in my class, I think that would be really valuable to do in the future.
So one of the takeaways that was really valuable for me was being able to work together with the teachers. We had an opportunity after we taught the lesson the first time to debrief about what worked well, what could be improved, and then we were able to refine some of those things the second time around. And that was a real valuable opportunity for us to just really figure that out without having a whole year of time between the next time we teach the lesson and this time.
I think studio residency has had the biggest impact on daily classroom instruction compared to other types of professional development that we've invested in before. I think that when you send a teacher either as a singleton or as a small team out to a conference, I think that's so, you always get some benefit, but the fact that this is a group of teachers creating a lesson, implementing a lesson, and then debriefing, when I go out into classrooms and I do observations and I have conversations, this model by far has been the best investment.